It's Howard Megdal here. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So I guess just to start off bigger picture, how different is this experience from how you thought your freshman year at UConn would begin?
Yeah, it's really different. First, we were supposed to be here around May 28th. So just getting here now and kind of getting adjusted to the whole college experience is definitely different than what I thought it was going to be. And there's obviously a lot of protocols and rules that we have to follow and time slots when we can get in the gym, the weight room, and the training room. So it's obviously definitely been an adjustment. I mean, not just for me, but for everybody as well.
Paige, Doug with Hearst Connecticut Media. Just what's a practice with a coaching staff like? Was it what you envisioned, or you obviously heard a lot about it, but now that you've experienced it, what's it been like?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to experience it when you're not there firsthand, but I knew that it was going to be hard, going to be challenging. They're going to push me, and that's exactly what it's been like. It's been I've actually grown a lot. Just being here 1 week, I've improved, and I've got under their wing, and they taught me stuff that I didn't really know in the high school game. So just their knowledge for the game is something that definitely kind of just took me not by surprise, but it's definitely different.
Paige,
Oh
no. Is that Alexa? Go first.
yes, I'm Maria.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Paige. This is Alexa from The Current. It's great to meet you. On that note, what specifically have you learned from the coaching staff or improved on so far? And I'm assuming you probably have spent the most time with Kristen, and if there's anything you've learned from her too, and how she's taken under your wing, how's that kind of gone so far too?
It's gone really well. I mean, right now there's a lot of emphasis on footwork and pivoting, and I didn't really focus on that a lot in high school because I didn't really need to. But now this game in college, it's fast, but it's slowed down. You have to work on the details, the minor details, just in your game. And I really try to focus on that, my footwork, and just how I use my pivots and my jabs just to get open, because it's a lot harder to create space at the college level. And just with Kristen, just seeing how hard she works, seeing how hard she goes in the workouts is obviously something that I want to be like, and I want to aspire to be like her in that regard. So her just kind of leading by example and showing me that how hard it is to be a player here and how hard you have to work is something that I've learned from her really quick.
All right, I'll jump in, I guess. It's Maria Marino from SNY. Nice to meet you, Paige. I want to backtrack a little bit. There's been so much buildup just for you getting to UConn, and you've known for so long that you're coming here. What was it like just anticipating finally getting here, especially after the delays?
Yeah, I mean, I texted Coach, and I was like, even in May and June and July, I was like, I want to get out here as soon as I can. Like, I'd rather be here than be at home, just sitting around and not really working as much as I would if I was here. So I was really anxious and really excited to get up here. So to finally be up here is crazy. Like, I was just shooting in the gym one day and was just looking at everything in the gym because it's like so surreal for me. It's where I wanted to be since I was a little kid. And so, yeah, just finally being up here, it's really exciting.
Paige,
Thank
Bob
you.
Joyce. I do radio for your basketball team. Nice to meet you. So when you're in that gym and you see all those banners and you see all those All-American and you see the Olympians on another wall, what's that like for you? How much motivation can that provide somebody with so much hype that's coming in here who is expected to be the next great one? How that plays out, we'll see. But what's that like for you? Just look around and see all that greatness surrounding you inside the practice gym.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome just seeing it and knowing that people at this program have done amazing things. They have 2 people here that are 4-time Olympians working to be 5, and that's something that I want to do is represent my country and win championships at every level and just succeed in the game as much as I can, and just to see the history in which this program has always produced. It's amazing, and it's something I want to be a part of. And even just looking in coach's office, like I go to his office and there's so much like awards and trophies, and I mean, he's got everything in there, and I just think it's so cool.
Have you reached out to any alums in particular, or has any of the alums reached out to you to give you a sense of what's coming the next 4 years for yourself and how hard you're going to be pushed?
Yeah, I talk to Stewie pretty frequently. I'm close with Nafisa. I play with her 3-on-3 in Doha. And then I'm close with Lou. And I've connected with Sue with the whole Gatorade thing. She was a huge part of that. So, yeah, I've talked to a lot of alums, and they said freshman year is probably going to be the hardest year maybe of your life, in school and in basketball. So I'm kind of going in expecting that, but I'm willing to learn. And they said just soak it in and enjoy every second of it, and go on with a positive attitude and just work hard and be willing to be coachable, and it'll make it a lot easier.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Pat Eatonrod from the AP. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. With all these restrictions in place and the pods and things, have you gotten a sense yet as to what the identity of this team will look like, and figured out what your place on it is going to be? What do you expect to do for this team? Where do you expect to fit in, and what is this team going to look like?
I think this is going to be, I mean, just from when we've been here, I can tell we work really hard. Everybody is in the gym extra than what we're supposed to. We go to the track. We work out when we didn't have mandatory workouts. And I think that's really huge in being a great team, because we're all close. And even though we have restrictions, we still try to connect and stay socially distanced, but we're still together, like outside with our masks on. We still hang out all the time, and just having that team chemistry makes it so much easier on the court, and it makes it so much more enjoyable. So I think that's huge. And I think this team is really fast. Like, we're going to shoot a lot of threes. We're going to play a really fast-paced game of basketball. And I think that's much more fun to play, just the fast pace and just getting up and down a lot. And just as far as me, I'm going to do whatever the team asks of me, whatever coach wants me to do, whether that be a facilitator or like a playmaker or anything they really ask me to do, I'm willing to do it. So,
Paige, Howard Megdal again. You said you were in contact with Stewie. She said her freshman year that she would win 4 national championships and went out and did so. Wondering if you want to make a similar declaration, or if she's given you any advice about doing so or not doing so, as the case may be.
No, I mean, there was like not backlash, but just a lot of talk about her saying that. And then I don't know who else said it, but somebody else said it in the following years. But it's just never a plan for me to lose. Like, I'm not going to go out and say I only want to win 1 or 2. I mean, I want to win 4. Everybody should want to win 4. And so I don't really understand the problem with people saying that. But, I mean, that's obviously a goal of mine, is to win 4 national championships, as it should be everybody else's. So.
Thanks, Paige.
Paige, Danny Barletta, the Daily Campus, kind of going off what Bob said about, kind of the hype surrounding you, especially in the past year being a top recruit. I was just wondering, how you've kind of dealt with that, or maybe silenced it a little bit, because, you're already getting compared to some of the greats of UConn before you've even played a game. So just how have you kind of dealt with that in the previous, months?
Yeah. I get that question a lot. I don't really know how to answer it, other than like I hear it, but I don't really try to pay attention to it, and I don't really take it to heart, because I know for me, I haven't even played a game. I barely even practice here. Like, those expectations are crazy for people to put on me, even though I haven't even played a minute in college yet. So I don't really pay attention to that stuff, and I just focus on working hard and being the best player that I can be, because getting compared to those players is amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but at the same time, I have to go out there and perform and play my game. And then, I don't know. So I've tried not to pay too much attention to it. And I've always been like a team focused player. Like, I'm not really focused on the individual accolades. So just not being really focused on that, it's helped me a lot.
Thank you.
Paige, how confident are you that there will be a season? Do you guys talk about that at all? And obviously what happened with the football team must give you a little bit of pause, but what do you guys anticipate this is going to look like this year?
I don't know. We don't really talk about it a whole lot as a team, but I'm confident there'll be a season. I'm not really sure how they're going to do it. But we're working and we're practicing and we're lifting as if the season's normal and the season's going to continue. So that's just how our work ethic is. We don't really think much about it, but just that until they cancel the season, then we're going to work.
Hey, Paige, this is Vicky Fulkerson from the New London Day newspaper. I was wondering, how is your pod? Is it what's the dynamic like with Kristen and then a couple of the freshmen? Is it fun getting to know everybody? Like, obviously you'd rather be with the whole team, but is it fun, like in the pod, getting to know everybody so well and getting adjusted to UConn with those people?
Yeah, it's really fun because we can only really hang out with our pod, so we're really close already. It's me, Kristen, Aubrey, and Piaf, and we hang out all the time. We do everything together, so we're really close, and I've enjoyed it a lot. And I think we're a really outgoing group, and we're really, we get along really well.
Hey, the coaches always seem to be able to break down your game and find your weak spots pretty quick. I know you're a very talented young lady, but what's some of the areas that you feel that you need to to improve on as you get set for your first year as a Husky?
Like I said before, probably footwork, offensively and defensively, just speeding it up. And they tell me all the time, I got to live in the weight room. I got to stay in the weight room. So that's a big thing for me, is getting stronger and getting quicker.
Paige, hi, this is Mike Anthony from the Hartford Current. Welcome to Connecticut, first of all.
Thank you.
I was wondering what, for you, it was like as a person proud to be from Minnesota, living in the Minneapolis area months, and what are some of the different emotions and conversations you've had, in the wake of George Floyd's killing, and amid all these different and important discussions the nation has had as well, watched Minneapolis from afar?
Yeah, so when I was at home, it was pretty crazy. Obviously, there was a lot of stuff that was going on, but I participated in a bunch of marches, and then I donated in food drives just to try to use my image to make a positive impact. And there's been a lot of difficult conversations with the Black Lives Matter campaign and how people go against it and how people are supportive of it. I'm one of the supporters. Like they say, all lives can matter until Black Lives Matter, and I'm huge for it. I have a little brother he's mixed with black and white, so I don't personally go through it, but I have a little brother who does, and I just want him to grow up in a world that accepts Black people and doesn't judge them based on the color of their skin. So I'm all for it, and if I lose supporters because they don't agree with it, then I don't need those people anyway on my side. So I'm just trying to use my image and my platform to try to just promote the Black Lives Matter campaign and just, to bring justice and equality in the world as much as I can.
Paige, if I could ask you about that, the fact that you're in conversation with Breanna Stewart, who obviously spends a lot of time using her platform for her causes, how much of your conversation with her has focused on that? And then I was just curious what your benchmark is on a different topic of strength. Is it 10 more pounds of muscle? How are you setting that goal for yourself?
First, like Stewie and they've really used their platform to do great things in the social justice campaign, and I've just tried to follow in their footsteps, and we've talked about it, and they just said to keep your voice and don't ever be silent, don't ever let up, and we don't want this to be a 1 month thing or something that dies down. We want it to continue and just keep pushing for social justice, equality, and in the weight room, I don't know. It's whatever Kimball says. But right now it's just working on gaining muscle and getting my muscles stronger and getting them bigger. So.
Hi, Paige. This is Charlotte Carroll from The Athletic. It's nice to meet you. Kind of on that, just to be able to be with UConn over this past summer and to have, I know Kristen, Liv, and Avina kind of led the charge on creating a statement for the team. Just to have those conversations with the team, I don't know your input or what that was like when the team put out a statement about after George.
Yeah, we had a Zoom call and we all came together and we all talked about how we were feeling and our personal opinions. We all came together and we came to agreement. We all had a little input on the whole statement. It was written by all of us. We all put it together. And I think it was really important for our team. I think we were one of the first teams to come out with a public statement as a team, and it led it to other programs following suit. So that's huge for us to do that. And with the social media following that we have, it was really big. A lot of people saw it. So yeah, that was really big for us. And just for us being close as a team to get that understanding and being comfortable with having those conversations amongst each other was huge.
Yeah, to follow up on that, what does that mean as a freshman? You kind of alluded to that, to come in knowing this is what you're getting into and to know these women are behind that. It's
the whole part of why I came here. This seems like a family. We do everything together. We're closely tied together. We all get along with each other, and that's huge for me being away from home. And that's why I loved about my high school program so much, is that we were all so close and we were basically like a family. And that's why I wanted to go to the college that I went to as well. So it's really big.
Thank you.
Paige, Getty from NBC Connecticut here. Well, Connecticut. Wondering, coaches say haven't been shy about texting him, calling him. What's it like now that you guys are in the same room and you have both personalities in the same room?
Yeah, it's awesome. That's always big for me, just building relationships. And obviously the player and head coach relationship should be really, really strong. So I've always just tried to establish that. And now I go into his office all the time and we just talk, even if it's just about golf. We always talk and go back and forth with each other. But no, it's been really amazing just building that relationship with him and learning from him. And he's hard on me, but that's how I want it to be. And he's just trying to push me to be the best. But no, it's really great having a really strong relationship with your coach on and off the court. And I feel like I can go in his office and talk to him anytime about anything. So I think that's really important.
Paige, if you don't mind getting a little personal, can you talk a little bit about your brother and how this has affected you personally? Has your family had conversations with him about what he should do if he's ever stopped by police? And do you get worried for him? And can you just discuss that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks having to have those conversations with your little brother on how he should act because of his skin color. And him being only 7, it's even harder because he's so young and he doesn't truly understand it. So yeah, it's been hard having those conversations. And yeah, I'm scared for him. I'm scared for myself because that's my little brother. He's like my best friend, really. I'm really close with him. And just having that fear of one wrong judgment and his life could be on the line. It's super scary, and it's something that I want to change. I want to help change, just so it's not just me living in fear, it's everybody who's related to a person of color. So anything I can do and anything to make this world a better place for Black people, it's huge for me, and that's why I try to use my platform as much as I can.
What's his name and what's he like?
Drew Thomas Bueckers. He's a really funny guy. He's Annoying. He's kind of annoying at times, but he's a little 7-year-old boy with just a whole bunch of energy. And yeah, he was super sad when I left, but we like FaceTime almost every day. So.
Paige, are you a basketball junkie or did you play other sports growing up?
I played other sports, but it was always basketball that I paid attention to the most. Like, I was telling Coach today that I won a Little League championship in Minnesota when I was younger. I'm not really sure what grade, but I played soccer, baseball, softball.
What position in baseball?
Like everything, whether pitcher, catcher, outfielder, shortstop.
Okay. All right. So you were good.
Yeah. All right.